My girlfriend said, "Your house is now mine too," after moving in without asking. I said, "Welcome home." The surprise she got when I handed her the bills changed her mind fast. Original post. 31 male, have been dating Natasha 27 for about 10 months. We met through a running club, hit it off, things were good. She had her apartment, I have my house that I bought 3 years ago. Normal relationship progression, right? Last Tuesday, I came home from work to find a U-Haul in my driveway and Natasha directing 2 guys carrying her couch through my front door. "Hey babe," she called out, super casual, "just bringing the last of the big stuff. My lease ended today." I stood there, keys in hand, watching strangers rearrange my living room. "Your lease ended?" "Yeah, perfect timing, right? Now we can really start our life together." She bounced over and kissed my cheek. "Oh, we need to talk about paint colors. This beige is so dated." "Natasha, we never discussed you moving in," she laughed. Actually laughed. "Don't be silly, Garrett. We've been together almost a year. This is what couples do. Besides," she waved her hand around my living room, "your house is now mine too, our home." The movers looked uncomfortable. I was too stunned to even respond properly. She'd just decided, gave up her apartment, hired movers, and inserted herself into my house like it was the most natural thing in the world. "Where are you putting your bedroom furniture?" I finally asked. "Our bedroom, babe." "God, you're being weird. I already moved your stuff around to make room. Your gaming setup looks much better in the spare room anyway." She touched my gaming setup. But I didn't explode. Didn't yell. Something in her entitled tone, the way she just assumed ownership. It flipped a switch in my brain from anger to curiosity. How far would she take this? "You know what? You're absolutely right," I said. "Welcome home." Her smile could have powered the neighborhood. "See, I knew you'd come around. Oh, I gave your garage door code to my bestie Simone. She's storing some stuff here temporarily. You don't mind, right? What's ours is ours. What's mine is ours, apparently. But what's ours is also ours." Interesting math. That night she sprawled on my couch, feet up on my coffee table, scrolling through furniture sites. "We should really upgrade this TV, and the kitchen needs new appliances. Stainless steel. Very us." "Sounds expensive," I said. "Worth it for our home, though." Our home, right? Wednesday morning, I woke up early and pulled together some paperwork. Mortgage statements, utility bills, property tax, HOA fees, home insurance, even the invoice from last month when the water heater died. Everything with my name on it, everything I'd been handling solo for 3 years. I put it all in a nice folder, made coffee, and waited. Natasha came downstairs around 9, must be nice being between jobs, wearing one of my t-shirts. "Morning, Rumi," she giggled at her own joke. "Morning. Hey, since this is our house now, we should probably discuss household expenses." Boring adult stuff. But yeah, I guess. I slid the folder across the kitchen island. "Here's everything. I figured we'd split it 50-50, since, our house." She opened the folder. Her face went through several stages. Confusion, surprise, then something like panic. "The mortgage is $2,200 a month, plus utilities, that's another $400-ish. Property tax is $6,000 a year, so $500 a month. HOA is $2. Insurance is $180. Then there's maintenance. I budget about $300 monthly for repairs and upkeep." She was using her phone calculator now, fingers flying. That's like $1,800 a month, my half. "Well, yeah, our house, our expenses, 50-50. But I'm between jobs." "Oh, I didn't realize. When did your marketing contract end?" She mumbled something about 2 months ago. 2 months? And you gave up your apartment? Moving in together saves money. "For who?" The silence stretched. She stared at the bills like they might disappear. "Garrett, you don't expect me to pay all this right away?" "I expect you to pay your half of our home expenses. First of the month is coming up. That's 5 days." "But I don't have $1,800. "Then why did you move into a house you can't afford?" She actually stamped her foot. "Because you're my boyfriend. You're supposed to take care of me." I thought this was our house? Partners split things equally, not when one partner is struggling. So it's my house when bills are due, but our house when you're redecorating? She stormed upstairs. I heard drawers slamming, probably looking for my credit cards. "Good luck with that, Natasha. They're in my office safe." Update 1, 4 days later. "Well, The entitlement escalation has been spectacular. After our little bills conversation, Natasha went into full manipulation mode. First came the tears, then the cold shoulder. Then Thursday night, she tried the nuclear option. Seduction. I came home to candles, music, her in lingerie I'd never seen before. I've been thinking, she purred. Maybe we started wrong. Let's just forget the money talk and focus on us. Sure, but bills are still due Monday. Mood equals killed. Friday morning, she switched tactics completely. I woke up to find her in the kitchen with a woman I'd never seen before. Garrett, this is Meadow, my spiritual advisor. She's going to cleanse our home's energy. Meadow was already burning sage in my kitchen. Without asking. The masculine energy is very dense, Meadow informed me. Natasha needs space for her feminine expression. I sense financial blockages. The only blockage is Natasha not paying her half of the bills. Meadow gasped. Money is just energy. You're creating scarcity mindset. Scarcity is what happens when you don't pay the mortgage. They both looked at me like I'd kicked a puppy. Meadow left shortly after, but not before Natasha paid her $200. Cash. Interesting how money appeared for that. But Saturday was when things got really wild. I was working in my home office when I heard voices downstairs. Multiple voices. Found Natasha giving a tour to 3 of her friends. And this is where we'll put the meditation corner, she was saying, pointing to my dining room. Garrett's stuff is very bachelor pad, but we're working on it. Excuse me? Oh babe, just showing the girls our place. Simone might crash here tonight. Show them hospitality, right? No overnight guests without both of us agreeing. You know, since it's our house. Her friends looked uncomfortable. Simone muttered something about checking hotels. You're being ridiculous, Natasha hissed after they left. Partners share. What's yours is mine. Exactly. So where's your half of the mortgage? I told you I'm between jobs, yet you had $200 for a spiritual advisor? That's different. That's for our relationship. Know what else is for our relationship? Both partners contributing equally. She locked herself in the bedroom. Excuse me, our bedroom, for the rest of the day. Sunday morning, I found her in the kitchen on her laptop. She'd set up a whole command center, vision boards, notebooks, printouts. What's all this? I'm manifesting abundance, she announced. If you're going to be materialistic about money, I need to attract prosperity. One of the printouts was about how to claim common law marriage rights. Another was, what your boyfriend legally owes you. Researching, huh? Just educating myself about my rights. Good idea. Research tenant rights too. Her head snapped up. Tenant? I'm your girlfriend. Who moved in without permission or a lease agreement? That makes you a month-to-month tenant at best. Since you can't pay rent, you'll need to find other arrangements. You can't evict me. I live here. You've lived here 5 days and haven't paid a cent. She slammed the laptop shut. This is financial abuse. No, this is financial reality. Bills are due tomorrow? You paying your half? I don't have it. Then you have 30 days notice to vacate. I'll put it in writing. She went ballistic, screaming about how I'd tricked her, how this was all a setup, how I was a monster pretending to be nice. I gave up my apartment for you. No, you gave up your apartment for a free house. Different thing. That's when she played her final card. Fine, but I'm not leaving. You'll have to formally evict me. That takes months. I know my rights. She was right, partially. Eviction can take time. But she'd shown her hand. She knew exactly what she was doing from the start. This was never about love or moving forward together. It was about getting free housing. Okay, I said calmly, enjoy your 30 days. Monday, today, I implemented phase 2 of my response. Since she wanted to claim this was our house so badly, I decided to treat her like a full homeowner. First, I had a locksmith come while she was out getting coffee, changed my office lock and the master bedroom lock. When she came back, I handed her a key. What's this? Your key to your room. My room? Second bedroom. Since you can't pay for half the master, you get the smaller room. That's fair, right? You can't lock me out of our bedroom. My bedroom. I pay for it. You want equal access? Pay equal bills. Then I handed her another document. Also, here's your share of upcoming household maintenance. The gutters need cleaning, that's $200. Tree trimming is scheduled for next week, $400. Oh, and property taxes due next month. Your half is $3,000. Her face was pure shocked, Pikachu. What? You wanted to be a homeowner. Congratulations. These are homeowner responsibilities. I'm not paying for your house maintenance. Our house, remember? Or is it only ours when you're picking paint colors? But the best part came when I handed her the final paper. What's this? Tenant agreement. If you're staying the 30 days, you need to sign this. It clarifies you're a tenant, not a homeowner, and lists your responsibilities. I'm not signing anything. Then you need to leave immediately. Without a lease, you're trespassing. She grabbed the papers and stormed to her room. I heard her on the phone, probably calling everyone she knew for advice. Around 3 p.m., she emerged with a new strategy. I'll pay something, not half, but something. How much? $500 a month? That doesn't even cover utilities. It's all I can afford. Then you can't afford to live here. Where am I supposed to go? Maybe Simone has space? Or your spiritual advisor? I'm sure Meadow would love a roommate who understands that money is just energy. She actually threw a coaster at me. I ducked. You're evil. I'm practical. You moved into a house you can't afford based on the assumption I'd cover everything. That's not evil. That's consequences. She's currently in her room, frantically texting. I can hear her spinning the story, probably telling everyone I'm financially abusing her, that I trapped her, that I'm heartless. Tomorrow, I'm filing the formal eviction paperwork. Just to be safe. The funniest part? If she'd just asked about moving in, we could have had an adult conversation about timelines, expectations, sharing expenses proportional to income. But no, she announced my house was suddenly hers and expected me to just accept it. Welcome home, indeed. Final update. The last 3 weeks have been an absolute masterclass in entitlement extinction. After I served Natasha with formal eviction papers, she went nuclear. First, she tried to squat harder, refused to leave her room except to raid my kitchen. Started inviting people over constantly, claiming tenant rights include guests. I countered by implementing homeowner rights. Cut the cable to her room, oops, maintenance issue. Changed the Wi-Fi password daily. Started cooking elaborate, aromatic meals right when her friends came over, then eating in my locked office. Hard to host when your guests are drooling over food they can't have. Day 10? She tried to force a confrontation. Waited until I had friends over for game night, then came downstairs in lingerie. Garrett, baby, can we talk? Privately? All brithormative. My buddy Jerome nearly choked on his beer. Thought y'all broke up? We did. She's a tenant who's being evicted. I didn't even look up from my cards. Tenant? I'm your girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend, current trespasser. Your move, Jerome. She stomped back upstairs. My friends were dying. Bro, she really just tried the honeypot trick? Third time this week. Day 15, she escalated legally. Had some sketchy paralegal friend named Bentley come over with documents claiming she had established residency rights and was entitled to a formal rental agreement at fair market value, which he'd determined was $200 per month. I laughed. Market value for a room in this neighborhood is then $1,100 minimum. She's been your intimate partner. That changes things. Does it? Show me the law that says ex-girlfriends get discounted rent. Bentley huffed and puffed but had nothing. Turns out he wasn't even a real paralegal, just some guy who watched YouTube law videos. Day 18 was when she made her fatal mistake. I came home to find my garage open and Simone loading my tools into her car. What the hell? Natasha appeared. Just borrowing some stuff for Simone's boyfriend. What's ours is ours, right? Those are my tools, our tools, community property. I called the cops. Natasha tried to spin it as a misunderstanding between partners, but I had everything documented. She was a tenant being evicted, not a partner, and definitely not entitled to my property. Simone got spooked and unloaded everything. The cops took a report. Attempted theft charges were now possible. That night, Natasha finally broke, not with tears or apologies, but with pure rage. You set me up, she screamed. You knew I couldn't afford this place. Yet you moved in anyway, because I thought you loved me. I did, but you loved my house more. I gave up everything for you. Name one thing you gave up that wasn't already failing. Your apartment you couldn't afford? Your job you'd already lost? She had no answer. Day 20, her time was up. She had to be out by 5 p.m. At 4:45 she was still there, now with her mother Helena trying to guilt me. How can you put my baby on the street? I'm not. She has 15 minutes to leave voluntarily, or the sheriff will help her. She loved you. She loved free rent. She made a mistake. Several. The first was assuming I'm an ATM. The second was trying to steal my tools. Helena turned on Natasha. You tried to steal from him? Apparently, Natasha had told her mother I was evicting her for no reason. At 5:10, with no movement, I called the sheriff. They arrived at 5:30. Natasha tried one last manipulation. Please, just one more week. I have nowhere to go. You've had 30 days to figure that out. The sheriff started moving her stuff to the curb. That's when Natasha pulled her final move. She'd hidden some of my electronics in her boxes. My Nintendo Switch, a tablet, some games. Officer, those are mine, I said, pointing them out. They're ours, Natasha screeched. He gave them to me. Check the serial numbers against my receipts. I had photos ready on my phone. The sheriff returned my property. Natasha lost it, started throwing her own stuff around, screaming about unfairness, threatening to expose me online. Expose what? That you moved in uninvited and couldn't pay rent? She actually swung at me. The sheriff stepped in. Now she was facing potential assault charges too. Helena dragged her away, apologizing profusely. I didn't raise her like this. Maybe not, but you enabled it. That was 3 days ago. Since then, Natasha posted a ranting video about me that got roasted in the comments. When people noticed, she admitted to moving in without asking. Simone got charged with attempted theft after I pressed charges. Bentley, the fake paralegal, got reported to the state bar for practicing law without a license. Meadow, the spiritual advisor, offered to cleanse my house of negative energy for $500. I declined. Yesterday, I got a text from an unknown number. It was Natasha's ex before me. Heard she tried the same thing with you. She pulled this with me too. I was just dumb enough to let her stay for 8 months. Good on you for the quick eviction. Turns out this is her pattern. Find a guy with a house, move in suddenly, claim ownership, live rent-free until they wise up. Today, I'm sitting in my house, drinking coffee in my kitchen, enjoying my peace and quiet. Changed all the locks again just to be safe, installed security cameras, and deep-cleaned every room. The entitlement was staggering. She really thought she could just claim my house. Like squatters' rights kicked in after 5 days. Like saying hours enough times would make it true. The best part? A mutual friend told me Natasha's now couch surfing and telling everyone she's between houses because her ex was too insecure to handle a strong woman. Strong woman? She couldn't handle a $1,800 bill. Lesson learned: when someone shows you who they are, believe them. When they move in without asking and declare your property theirs, believe them faster. And always, always get it in writing. My house, my rules, my peace.